And hello everybody and welcome back to beautiful Crown Falls, where we are going to start now with the next production. We open up the iron production. Now the steel works, so not only the steel works for the steel beams but also for the steel itself. And in that case, of course, we're not going to open up everything at once. So when we just look at the mine that we have and the coal mine, so we can have 4 furnaces at this point open that would actually get enough ore. So we're going to place now the first 4 furnaces here, and look at just how dirty it gets, how quickly dirty it gets around this spot there. Let's also open up the warehouses here and the fire stations and the police station that we also have close by. These 4 here, so that's that, and I can also open up the first 3 steelworks that produce now some juicy steel for him. So, and in that case, that's basically it for now here. The next step would be then to just open up more factories and have the electricity here, right? And there we're going to have the oil harbor, so we can then just have the oil coming right into the power plant and powering the whole district with juicy electricity. Now with that, we are lacking a bit of workforce now, worker workforce, and it's a good thing that we have a good strong timber production up, because I can just now happily upgrade away, as we can see, to more buildings here in the center. So this is at the moment the center. And when we look at the grand scheme of things of Crown Falls, we have a few layouts here already. So we are going to have our monument, the embassy, and the town hall in this area. We are going to have the welfare in this area. The palace can stay up here. So the palace is more or less right where the main avenues are coming together. So this is going to look epic, I'm pretty sure, of once everything is finished here. We also have a new newspaper edition. Let's just check that real quick. I do have so much influence, I'd rather go with 30 consumption negative now. This is something, it's good to have it as early as possible, because we are always going to need this propaganda now. Unfortunately, we don't have that much space in this game, because the islands are rather small, smaller than last time, so I'm going to need a bit of propaganda in order to keep production stable. Now, the rest is not looking so bad, but I still would like to go with a bit more money. And minus 50% riot chance is always good, keeps people at peace. Of course, since I'm not using that much propaganda on the money, we still need to get more balance in. So the goal is, of course, to have a positive balance without any propaganda. This is still far away for us. This is still something that we cannot achieve at the moment. Now, we do need a few service buildings for these workers. They want a church and they want a school. So this is going to mix up the whole city there a bit. So we have made a bit of space here, and now all I need to do is place those schools. So we have school number 1 here, school number 2 here, and as we can see, all of them have different colors. That is so beautiful. Another school, we are going to have yet another school here, and another school up here. Right, this is for the basic need of the schools. We don't even have enough resources for that, so I need to be careful, but there we have it in all its glory. Now the only thing we have in the back here, and in the back we might actually use some ornaments like some temperate groves. We could also get a watering hole here for the horses on either side, right, and some flower beds in the middle there with 2 trees. Let's continue building our town. As I said, this is here the palace. So these buildings here are going to be the closest one to the palace. So I want to have them look a bit better than the rest of them. And thus we're going to have these houses here close to the palace. Righto. Keep in mind that we're going to have the train system coming from here all the way up here now. So this is where the train is passing through then as well. That's important. So up here, we need another big road if we want to have the train close to the palace, that is. And then we have these houses there, basically. I could still squeeze in a few more than here, right? This is definitely not going to work, but I could have those guys there. Yeah, this is working around it. Not too happy about that. We might do something else in this case. Back in Carmen. Carmen is going to receive a special treatment now, because Carmen has all the resources for the next step. So as we can see, Carmen is upgradable. We do have the resources. Let's do this. Let's go to Obreros.
A new milestone.
The Age of Independence. Hopefully no independence from me. Yeah, and we can upgrade a few of them. Fantastic looking. I could absolutely live here.
We will help you build
At some point. They like this one. And with this, we have opened up a few more building options now. A few more is a good thing. One of them, and that's the cool thing, is the commute pier. Right, that is a motto, and this makes life in the new world a bit easier. It makes it also more logical that we have the commute pier here. So Drumtown, for example, doesn't need a village at all. I'm just going to connect it with Playa del Carmen, and in Carmen we have so much workforce, so why not just use it? So this mod enables us to make a big, beautiful city that actually serves a purpose, as opposed to having smaller colonies everywhere. Also finish this area there. And with so many people living here, do we actually have enough production? We do. We are still positive on the production side, at least neutral, when it especially also comes to the ponchos there. That I should upgrade perhaps at some point. We don't have any bricks though in Playa del Carmen. We do, however, have that in Drumtown, 2 of them. Right, so what I can do now is 25,000 it cost us. The problem though here is, look at that, it costs 2,500 on the maintenance side. This is not going to happen in any time soon, because I just don't have the money for that to maintain these commute piers. But it is a good option then to keep this city here important for later. Alright, another fire and another ride in Tarik, but again, don't worry about Tarik. As long as we have a bit of workforce for the pig farms, I'm happy with this town. Let's go back to Sleepy Hollow. Here we have another important thing to do. First of all, my fleet is here. Next up, we have now every mean actually except for sales. So we're going to need a new production that I'm going to have here. This is good. And here we can now start with our sail production, sail making. There it is. And we do need... We actually don't have enough workers for that here in Crown Falls. I'm a bit flabbergasted at that, but that's still fine. 2 of them, there we have them in all their glory. That's enough actually. Production for the sails. I could have another one here or here. That's preference. Let's have one more, but it's absolutely not needed usually. Let's also upgrade a few more people there. So we do need the workforce. Those guys. So we have a balanced workforce again. And one thing that we need in Crown Falls now, well, we do need to look out for the needs. Sausages and soap. And that is rather easy. This is just pig farms on pig farms. Very ugly business, so I'm not going to do this in Crown Falls. I'm using one of my islands for that. We have this island here where we're going to have the grain farms. And we have this one where we have the hop farms. And hops doesn't need that much space, right? So we can use this one here right away to produce the pig farms, or to have the pig farms. We do have our royal galleon here. Let's load it with quite a lot of timber. Right, and a few bricks. That's all we need for now. And let's sell with that down here to Haftbrink.
On our way.
Right, so here we can have the hops and also the pig farms. Probably up here around the mountain there, which is just looking fantastic there as well. So scenery wise, we can even see a little tower over there. That might be a ruin of some sorts, but we'll find out in one of the quests, I'm sure. By the way, speaking of quests, I think we still have the quest God's Mandate, so we need to build a church for the next quest there for the Queen. Balance-wise, yeah, good so far. So we are at 700 negative once again, so we have been far worse. And we might just also build the next school. There it is. And also, of course, churches. Churches, fortunately, have a much bigger radius, like this. So I might have a church here. This is looking fine. Let's get rid of those houses. Hurts a bit, but it's fine. For one of these churches, I'm going to have one church then here later. And so we just need something for this district. And it's beginning to snow again. It's snowing quite often. This is looking really good here too. So I'm going to get rid of these houses there and of that street. I think this works then. Was actually too much anyway. So here we could have the church with a little plaza in front of it, and then here also more houses. right next to it. So there we have a nice little entrance, and while we're at it, let's just have some paved roads here already for this church building. And there we've also finished a quest. That's it? Oh no, shopping center. Standing at the southernmost tip of the old world, Crown Falls is the perfect location for a commercial port to connect to the wider world. The Queen therefore insists on your improvement of the city's harbor area. Fine, 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 I guess. Harbor area we need to improve. So she wants us to build what? A harbor master office and a pier, but that has time. We are not anywhere close yet. So this church is up. This is increasing now the happiness of workers from -7 to +7. So it's a good trade-off for a few buildings that we had to lose this way. And the other church that I'm going to have here, they are actually looking at each other. Right? As we can see. So these two churches are then looking at each other. This one is serving for this area. And bear in mind, we have some blue area here. That means that the influence is not enough anymore for 100%. But once we have paved roads, it is getting boosted to 100%. So in that case, paved roads will fulfill also the 100% need down here as well. So I'm pretty confident about that. Let's build the church here too. Another beauty. And let's also have some paved roads right in front of it. And then once again, we might as well just have a quick look here as the shepherd is, I don't know, doing something to people. Beautiful church there. Here right in the city center. He's painting Old Nate. No idea why. And as we can see in this lively town, people are quite happy, I think. No riots so far. And because people are more happy now again thanks to the church, we can also upgrade a few more people to workers. So those guys here in the city, behind the church, we have a few more people as the whole town is getting wealthier. Those people here for sure. Let's just use all the timber that we have so far. It doesn't really take a lot of time to build up that much timber again. And yeah, we do need the money anyway. So in that case, another block of houses here. Beautiful. As the center is continuing to grow. Meanwhile, what has for sure happened is that the Royal Galleon has arrived here in Halfspring. So we can now unload all the timber. Actually, yeah, more than we actually need. And what we need to do first is a timber production once again. This we can actually have far, far away from anything. Up here we might just have our timber production. In that case, let's also build us a warehouse. And then I think we don't need that much of it, right? So 1, 2, 93% chance is productivity is perfectly fine. And thus we have that. It's just for the initial construction, even though we have a lot of timber, of course. But it's just a very cheap stuff anyway. Righto, so we have that. And next up, what we still need here is two things. First of all, the fishery. And a city. We do need a bit of workforce here still. So I'm going to place it here. And then we can just squeeze in a few people in the harbor area. For now. Later we can have a commute pier. And then we don't need these smaller villages here anymore, right? It's just for now so that we have some basic workforce for the pig farms and for the hop farms that we're going to need in this area. Actually not that far into the island because of course we do need the space as well. Let's build the marketplace and then also the farmers, using all the timber that we still have left. Now, I think the riots and the fire is over in Tarik, leaving quite some destruction. Some smaller riots are still out there, but no problem so far. We have 300,000 coin right now, and the next soap delivery is on the way to Eli. And actually I think
island is under siege.
I think yes, we actually don't even transport enough soap. I thought this was enough, but it's not. we can go with another 50 stacks. And another thing is happening that I'm pretty sure, yeah, Miss Hunt, she is totally destroying Princess Ching. I was hoping that Princess Ching would actually survive against Miss Hunt, but no one is. In that case, she's taking the next island here. What a pity. So Princess Ching has now 3 islands left. She's still the second strongest AI opponent though. So in that case, it still is looking fine for her. Oh, my harbor. Oh, up here. Good thing is I have my fleet rather close by.
Your island is under attack.
Right, and since we do have the steel production, what I also want to do is I want to start my weapons production now here in Crown Falls. There we have them. Right, 3 of them. We need to start producing the weapons. We have the sail making. So another thing that we can do here now as well is, yep, this shipyard.
What's wrong with that?
Hugo, really? He's going after me once again. Let's build the shipyard here in the area. So we can now also start building ships in Crown Falls, and one of them is a clipper and the other is a ship of the line that we need to push out here as well. She might actually be taking this island now.
Stations.
What an annoying piece of...
A new milestone.
You know what. Now, in this village here, we still forgot one thing in the whole stress level here. We do need a pub. A pub we can actually... we cannot squeeze it in there. So let's just have one here.
Your people can't hold out much longer.
Bit of timber. We do have enough timber. And there she took one of my islands. No problem, in 30 minutes I'm going to take it back. And this is the last time that she's doing it here, because we should have some weapons soon, and then I'm going to start reinforcing my islands. Wait a second, do we have also...
Ship under attack.
Yeah, we do need to purchase back a share here to get our economy up there. My shares are quite worth a lot. So we're going to purchase now all of these shares here back with the soap that we're selling. Because each one of these shares is worth 900 on the balance. Very important. And in Sleepy Hollow, in a dreary city, what we can still also do here, I think we do have enough weapons. We have 250 tons of weapons. I might
Ship under attack.
get a new convoy on the way to get all the weapons to this area. Yeah, and you can't have a single weak spot anywhere because she is seeing it and taking it. Down here, we don't have defense as of this moment. So what I'm going to do is, this time I was a bit slow, but I still need to stay here in the middle and hope that next time it's working. There she is again, fighting the pirate? No, fighting Ching. Ah, yes, this is looking good. She's losing a ship there. The Sea Harpy. And we might as well help her with that, but I don't think she needs my help. Princess Ching has a very nice ship here, by the way. It's a heavy warship. It's one of the strongest sailing warships that we have, and was added with the mod. It's going with a lot of damage, as we can see, in one volley. Beautiful. I'm going to add another ship of the line here to this harbor. So at the moment I'm using my ships as defense. Right, we got timber in again. We got the workforce. It's time in Haftspring to start with my pigs. And we're doing this up here. So this is a good spot for some pig farms. Voila, there we have our beautiful pig farms. Now some of them already have a silo because I'm going to boost those. For this one here, I decided that it's just more optimal to use all the space here that we have because we don't have much. For those guys here though, then we are using silos. But I'm pretty sure we'll never have enough or we never really need more piggies than we can produce. So piggies is really easy to make. In that case, then I can just save the grain. Miss Hunt is going into the New World here with full force. She's destroying now one of my ships. And I can already see, yep, first of all, she's taking this one, right? She's trying to take this one. There I've lost my fighter, and as we can see, she sees that we are coming. Perhaps we can take out at least one of those frigates there. Yeah, at least one of the frigates is down. But that was close. We should start patrolling in this area. Just for now. And I'm pretty sure that Isabel sells some clippers. There is one. That we would need to get over there though.
Ship under attack.
She's got way too many ships out there. We do need to send more ship of the lines there to the New World as well. So let's continue constructing 4 of them. 4 more ships are coming out, and we have gotten the Supreme Commander Influence bonus, which just basically means that we have a whole lot of ships active at the moment. She's attacking once again my soap delivery route. Not very successful. Never ceases to amaze me how this looks, and both of them are going down as it should be. Very good. So our defense is still working here, but in the New World we do have a problem. So in the New World I do need to get more ships ASAP, because she is, I think she's focusing on the New World right now. Good thing though is that we now have our shipyard, and we are also having now some ship of the lines coming out here in Crown Falls. One of them is already then here, my Clipper. And the Clipper then we just need to send, well, to Halfbrink, where we can then start our sausage and soap production.